Marketing Group, and I'm Elliot. So we are live, we are in person, we are uncut, and we are uncensored today. So if you got little kids in the room, make sure you kind of hold their ears back. We are so excited. We've been working on this for a little while, and we are here to introduce Nuvo to everybody today.
Thank you, Elliot. We're very excited to introduce Nuvo project, the latest project in Oakville. Thank you everyone for coming in today. So Elliot, before we jump into the project presentation, why don't we talk about the developers behind this project?
Yeah, we are going to jump into that. But first, let me just tell you, so we're going to record this webinar today. So if you need it, we're going to send it out afterwards. There is a question and answer button at the bottom. If you throw in some questions, we will deal with them at the end. And later on today, you're going to get everything in your inbox with your broker package and links and everything that you need. So it's all going to be there. So we are excited, and we're going to take you through. I'm going to start sharing my screen and talk about the project. Let's get going. All right, so it's Nuvo, it's condominiums, and it's in Oakville. And Oakville has been hot this year, absolutely on fire, even during the pandemic. But what Lewis said is right. Let's talk about our two builders. It's a collaboration. It's Fernbrook Homes. Been in this business for 40 years now, 50,000 houses. I don't think there's many builders in the GTA that can live up to that number and that amount of years. Not only have they been in that side of it from the low rise and the high rise business, probably some of the most iconic buildings on the skyline throughout the GTA are Fernbrook collaborations. Absolute Towers, the Marilyn Monroe buildings in Mississauga. We're really thrilled because we were part of that. Pier 27 on the waterfront in the Lakeshore, L Tower, and so many more. And they're collaborating with longtime partners, Crystal Homes. I said, Fernbrook's been in the business for 40 years. Crystal's been in there for just 30 years. So it's not,
a baby, no.
Definitely not a baby, and really well known in Southwest Ontario. Master plan communities, they've partnered with Fernbrook many times as well. One of the last things we've been doing with them is in Paris, Ontario, a redevelopment of a golf course with over 700 homes. So two incredibly strong brands to bring Nuvo together to Oakville.
So let's go over and talk about Oakville.
Oakville. Everybody's been talking about Oakville this year. I mean, during the course of a pandemic, it's probably been one of the most hot markets out here. Everything that we've seen come to market has sold out at incredible records, time frame, and projects, like I'll mention them because they're gone. They're not our competition anymore. District, Due East, Upper West Side.
Bronte, Butler.
I mean, so many great projects. And I think why we've seen this in Oakville, and everybody's talked about Oakville, we know that. There's population here. There's population growth. There is... I'm just gonna bring us back in here to the corner to say hi. There's employment. Some of the top industries have made Oakville their home. Average household income in Oakville is nothing like we see in the rest of the GTA. So it is a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse for growth, for transportation, employment, education, and really a location where people really want to settle down to.
And for investors, I think this is a place where you have so many clientele that you can bring in here. First-time home buyers, future renters, AAA tenants. That's what you're going to have. And let's go to the Oakville market and see why it's happening, even during the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, Lewis and I, we've been working together for a long time, and we're really numbers driven. I mean, there's the design aspect, there's the aesthetics, there's the beauty of the buildings, but a lot of this is really numbers driven, and you've delved into it really deep, and we've got some summaries here from Trev, but why don't you, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is the third quarter rental report on MLS. You can download this report, send it to your clients. Numbers don't lie. So let's look at the Oakville rentals during the pandemic. It's $2,030 for one bedroom. And if we go to Toronto Central, it's $2,080. So you're getting the same rent in Oakville and in Toronto. If we go to the two-bedroom units, the rent is actually higher in Oakville on average during the third quarter. But before the pandemic, I think the gap was much bigger. It was like $500-600. So the rent is staying stable in Oakville. The pandemic didn't kill it. And it actually probably went up since the pandemic. And if we go into the vacancy rate, that's half of what Toronto is experiencing right now.
I think we've all seen what's happened in the Toronto core, and none of us are immune to it from a rental basis. People have come out here, and there's just not the amount of units out here. Like, there's a definite demand, and we see that in vacancies for sure. What about resale values?
Resale values. I mean, this is the October report that came out a couple of days ago, and we look at average prices for condo in Oakville, that's $640,000, and average in City of Toronto, that's $668. So the gap is not so big. See, and you're almost getting the same value, but how about the pre-con market? Is it?
The pre-con market in Toronto it's not dead by any means, and we've had some amazing successes, and especially throughout the course of the pandemic, but the price levels have seemed to have stabilized, and the demand is shifting a little. And we've seen probably much more uptake in the 905 for pre-construction. And it's really based on dollar per square foot, rental rates that are going, and that all-important spread and gap from the new home market to the used market. There used to be a much greater differential. And we counted on that for capital appreciation and why we got into pre-con. And that gap has really changed dramatically over the last little while, especially in the 416. But the 905, it's remaining that strong differential that really makes these either an investment that's worth holding on to or worth getting into. And the other side of the coin is the end user really wants to be out in Oakville. So, that's why we consider.
We talk about values, like a downtown condo, what are you looking at, 12, 1400?
12 to 1400 right now.
Yeah, what are we looking here?
For us, and that's why, I preface that this is going to be, maybe some expletives later. Their price is too good to be true. They really are. We're in a sub $900 market up here.
And with parking and lock included.
That's true. That is true.
Another place that's going to have $900 a foot.
The only thing I can think of right now is Scarborough.
How much is the average house in Scarborough?
Scarborough resale housing right now, $1 million and change.
Oakville, a detached home, 1.5?
1.5, if you're lucky. So condo really is that play. If you're in that,
And average income, let's talk about that.
Oh, God. Major differential. And those slides are here. It is.
Double in Oakville.
Okay. Location. We always talk about it. So Nuvo is located just off of Bronte, south of Dundas. And I know a lot of people understand Dundas. That's where a lot of the new competition has been this year, and the releasing of buildings. This is a master planned community. You can see the land area itself that we've highlighted here, and also right next to this incredible trail, which we're going to talk about it in a short while. But all those conveniences, whether you're heading up towards the hospital, the new construction that's happening along Dundas, up to Trafalgar for the shopping, for schools, along Bronte, south down towards the lake, it's all there. It is an absolutely incredible location, and because it's like really low rise that's situated around you, that's built, you're going to have some incredible views here. We are not a waterfront community, but I got to tell you, when you're up in the higher levels of this building, you've got unobstructed views down to Lake Ontario.
And given what's around it, most of it is going to be permanent. And also, if we talk about our developers, Crystal Home and Front Oaks, we've been in this area. We built in this area, so we know it very well.
They know it very well, very, very well. Okay. Next, let's talk about the project. 4.5 acres. A lot of us are used to these downtown projects that we build onto postage stamps and existing gas stations out there. What Fernbrook and Crystal have done here is they've taken 4.5 acres, and they have not maximized every square inch for a condo. They've really paid attention to the indoor and outdoor living aspects that are so important to residents these days. When you take a look at this overall site plan, you see that there are 2 towers here. We are selling Tower 1 today, which is basically 320 units in an 8-story building, and Tower 2 will come on board very quickly. So it's over a 500-unit development. So this is a very large-scale development. You know, some of the things that really stick out to me on this site plan is all the outdoor amenities, first off. Putting green, multi-purpose court that you can play basketball, pickleball, outdoor gardens, like even parking. Like, when's the last time we did a building that had this much outdoor visitor parking?
These are not residents, these are visitor parkings. 1970?
Probably 1970. And on that right side of this map is that 200-kilometer trail that you have right at your doorstep. And with what's been happening, especially in this COVID timeframe, that outdoor living has become just as important as the indoor spaces, because we can't always get indoors these days. Architecture, you know, we've been working on this for a while now, and this is going to stand out in the landscape. This is a gold accented building that is going to be a statement when people drive up to it. I mean, we've looked at a lot of condos and we're involved with so many, but it is, you know, the grays and the browns and the blacks. This is something that is going to be distinctly different on the landscape. And especially when we come down to resale values in the future, people are going to seek this building out.
That's right. It's the building that they can remember as they drive by.
4.5 acres. We just talked about it. Let me tell you some of the things that are here. Putting green, rooftop lounge with pool, there's barbecue facilities, community gardens, pickleball, basketball. We've got an incredible fitness facility with the Peloton bikes, hiking trails at your doorstep, workspaces, so if you are working from home, Razzle spas, bike station, a car wash station, pet washing station. There is so much here. We've called this resort style living for a reason, because it truly is a resort.
For the same maintenance fee.
Maintenance fees, I got to tell you, when we get to that, because we have 500 units in this building, we're able to spread it out. You're going to see no greater maintenance fee in this building than you see in everything else that has half the amenities.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just another rendering. And all these renderings are going to come available in the package that we send you today. But this is our community garden adjacent to the trail system with the multi-purpose court and our two incredible Nuvo condos right in the back. And that visitor parking.
That's the space we were talking about. This is all within the community.
I know. Incredible. 2-story welcoming lobby. Not only do we have this amazing lobby, you know, both Fernbrook and Crystal have taken into consideration what's been happening in the design aspect. And we actually have 3 distinct entrances to the building for this one. So you don't all have to come in through that lobby. So if you want to be more socially distanced, you have that opportunity. But, you know, beautiful finishings, 24-hour concierge. This is your statement. This is your front door when you're walking in. I got to come back to this, the putting green. I mean, just getting outside, golf. It's Friday. It's November right now. It's sunny. I bet you a lot of you, once we finish, are going to head off to the golf course. But if you're home here at Nuvo, you can just walk out your door and knock a couple balls in. Rooftop amenity. A swimming pool, an outdoor swimming pool, barbecue facilities, places to lounge and just relax in your home. And again, I think the outdoor is such a critical component these days.
And we have many, many more, right?
Yeah. Let me show you some. We've got different party rooms. So depending on what the need and how many people you have, different opportunities, whether it's on the rooftop access or at ground level. This top right picture is the co-working lounge space. We know a lot of people now are not at the office and have moved into working from home. So if you don't want to be in your unit, you've got these incredible places that you can get down and do work. And then the gym, making it spacious enough so that you can distance in there, bringing in technology that allows you to work out with trainers such as Peloton. I love those bikes. I love that whole program. And so much more is going to be in that facility.
And you'll be able to book all of this amenities through the app. Are we going to cover that? Is it the next one?
I think so. You just led us on to it. New smart technology. Fit finish is amazing, but what Thornbrook and Crystal have decided to do is invest in the most up-to-date technology that's possible. Through One Valet, this is actually the company that's kind of backed up Tridel, and everybody knows how well Tridel has done on it, and taken it actually a couple steps further. And what you're going to be able to do from your phone, facial recognition software, first off, when you're walking up to the door, so you don't even need a key and a fob to get in. If it's your face, you're coming in. You can then have smart keys. If you have dog walkers or your parents or other people coming by, you can give them a code, and then on their phone, they'll be able to access the building. Package delivery, controlling your unit and thermostat from, Florida, from wherever you happen to be, being able to call the elevator wirelessly, being able to book any of the amenities from the app. There's so much technology. And I got to tell you, down here at the sales office, we have a kiosk with One Valet kind of set in, so you can kind of play with it.
So you can do so many things in these buildings that's touchless. Mm-hmm. Enter to your whole unit without touching anything.
I know. And these days, I mean, I hope this changes in the future, but, we are kind of future-proofing the building to today's needs. Mm-hmm. Some interior renderings. We wanted to show you kind of fit finish of the suite. This matches what you would expect from a luxury resort type development. Great kitchens, great finishes, whether it's wood on the floor, granite on the counters, black faucets in here. We've gone and taken a look at what's trending right now, what we think is going to future-proof this building, and are providing so many wonderful finishes. Typical bathroom. We have some different ones with stand-up showers, but again, just to give you an idea of the kind of finishes that you'll expect here at Nuvo.
So we have the location, we have the amenities, we have the project finishes. How about pricing?
Pricing. That's where we got into that, if there's kids in the room. When we advertised this initially, we said low 400s, and I know everybody always thinks that's going to be 440, 450. Look, 409, a one-bedroom condominium unit starting at 409, a one-bedroom and den with 2 full bathrooms starting at 509, and a full 2-bathroom under 600,000. Now, those prices are, amazing. And when you look at the plans, like no wasted space here, absolutely no wasted space. Efficient, how many times have we listened to agents out there saying, this is what we want, this is what we need?
300 worksheets for the same plan, and we only have 5 of them?
I know, but I got to tell you, the beauty of this building is we took these plans and they comprise 70% of the availability in this building. So we're going to have something for everybody. And these, again, prices are beyond belief. And not only that, they include parking and locker.
Even that 466, Valley?
Yeah. Every unit in this building, it doesn't matter if it's a one-bedroom, you get parking here. That's unheard of. Unheard of. God, I'm excited. Should we just start buying?
Yeah.
Okay. What are we going to? So here's our full price list, just to give you an idea of where it starts from. Starting square footage, all of our one bedrooms, under 500,000, one bedroom and 510, 520, 2 bedrooms. The majority of them are all under $600,000.
And the square footages, those are starting square footages. Some of them may be slightly larger.
Yeah.
And in most cases, we're actually not even charging.
Yeah, no. You'll see here that there's a P on these. What's that's denoting is a patio. So on the first floor of this building, these units have their own outdoor space patio with their own entrance into the unit. So if they want to bypass the concierge, if they want to bypass the lobby or that whole elevator bank, they can directly access their unit.
How about for someone who wants a larger unit or something more unique?
We thought of that too. We actually did. The beauty of doing an L-shaped building, and everybody loves corners, is you actually have 6 corner type units that you can deal with on a building like this. So something for everybody. And those, I got to tell you, like those south corners with the lake view are incredible. So if you do have clients that are looking for larger units, something up towards 1,000 square feet, those corners are going to be there for you.
And small corners.
Yeah.